Special Maccabees idea started about 7 or 8 years ago. I've been coaching Special Olympics for over 15 years, and the situation I realized in the Jewish community was for the observant Jewish athlete, he cannot practice or play on Saturday. So most of our Special Olympic games are on a Saturday. So for the observant Jewish person, he would be out of the Special Olympics. So we decided that there was a niche in the community that wasn't being met. So we started Special Maccabees.
Been with the Special Maccabees from the very beginning. And the Special Maccabees actually is the brainchild of my very good friend Jeff Liss. He's really been the motivator and the inspiration and the genesis for this organization for a long time. I met Jeff, about 12 years ago when we were both doing Special Olympics, and we coached together for a number of years. And Jeff always mentioned to me that it would be really nice to have a similar organization for Orthodox Jewish kids who don't participate on Saturdays. And so he would always bring that up for a number of years, and one year he just got it together. He just pulled different people together, got coaches together, got people to spend money to fund the organization. He went around to temples and put up flyers to recruit athletes, and unbelievable, this guy.
This is our 5th season, but you're correct about the 3rd season, where it's the 3rd season we're actually having a finale game.
This is our 4th year, and it kind of culminates the end of the year. We usually have about a 12-14 week block of playing, and for the kids, it's and the parents, it brings them such self-worth and joy and a sense of accomplishment.
My goal with starting the Special Maccabees is everything's about the athlete. So when we started it, we didn't know how many athletes we were going to have. We didn't know where we were going to be. We didn't know how we were going to get our money. We just knew that there was a need.
For me to kind of be around with Jeff bending my ear on this concept. And I always listened and said, yeah, that would be a nice thing, but kind of like maybe placating him and saying, yeah, that'd be a good idea, but not really realizing that it could come to fruition. And then so when we actually had our very first season and athletes came, and at the beginning, the first year we had about 14 coaches. And I don't know how many players, maybe 24, 28. But, really that first couple of practices when the idea came into fruition was, to me, really amazing.
I think the satisfaction comes 2 different levels. One part is when you see the athlete improve and have fun and become more team-oriented. And then when you see the parents of the athlete see the athlete perform and to play and to make baskets and to become more coordinated, to be more involved, and you can just look on the sidelines and you can see the little twinkle in the parents' eyes when they see their son or daughter play. And then when you're at the practice and you see our athletes hit a basket, and then hit 2 baskets, and look for someone to high-five them. And I've got great coaches that come out and help every week. So it's just it's the most rewarding thing that anybody could ever do.
Like Jeff said, the very first time that we actually put together the team in a cohesive manner, and they actually played this other team from the Special Olympics, we kind of matched up them skill-wise. And we had probably 100, 125 people come, and the look on the parents' faces, who probably had never seen their sons and daughters, we do have some women, play in an organized fashion and with such grace and ability. I mean, it was unbelievable. And both Jeff and I have coached a lot on different levels, but it was actually thrilling, that game.
I don't get involved in what my athletes have or what their situations are, what their problems are. I'm more concerned on how they dribble the ball, how they shoot the ball, that they come to practice, and that they have fun. So yeah, we have different levels of athletes, and we try to separate them in practice because we don't want an athlete that can really play well with an athlete that can barely shoot. One of the advantages we have is that we have a court that we can bring down the baskets to 7 feet. So for an athlete that can't shoot on 10 feet, I can bring down the basket to 7 feet so they can still play and make a basket and feel like it's a reward.
The athletes are a diverse group, and they're a diverse group in the sense of their physical ability. I mean, big time, and of course you yourself, having participated, really saw that. Some are very, very skilled, while others, it's a challenge for them to even catch the ball or dribble the ball. But so everybody's on their own unique thing, and really I think part of being a coach is to really recognize that person's ability and then kind of work with them and try to, some of them have severe limitations, so you have to, your goal is to kind of improve them and give them a sense of accomplishment.
We got bogged down in the first year or 2 years because we wanted to become nonprofit, we wanted to get all this money, and we wanted to get sponsors, we wanted to do all this, and nothing happened. And thank God my wife said, "What's going on?" And I said, "I don't know, it's not starting, nothing's happening." And she said, "Don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about sponsorship, don't worry about money, don't worry about anything. Do what you do best. Just start it." So that's what I did. I just put a date to have our first practice and just started it, and now we're 5 years later.
The feedback from the parents were just unbelievable. Just a tremendous amount of gratitude, and gratitude's the word. I mean, they were so happy with really what we did, and to see their, like I said, for a lot of them to see their child or men or women, really, a lot of them are older, to participate and to function and to be part of a unit. It was great, and to get that gratitude and feedback is special stuff.
I think the first game we had was the most amazing game I've ever seen. And you have to realize that a lot of these parents of Jewish kids have never seen their sons and their daughters play a real game against another team. So our team, we have uniforms, and we have a scoreboard, it's a real game. And they were going completely nuts. I mean, it was almost to the point where they outnumbered the other team's fans so much that I felt bad for the other team. The mothers and the fathers and the brothers and the sisters watching their sons or daughters or brothers or sisters play basketball for the first time was so incredible. I referee the game because I know the athletes on both teams, and I can kind of make sure the game goes in a certain even way, and it's easier for me because I know their names and everything. And I was just watching this happen, and I was looking in the stands, and I was watching my players, and the players that have never made a shot in a game all of a sudden make a shot, and it was the most amazing game I've ever seen.
We have the big game on Sunday. We're hoping 125, 150 people might come, and we have a very competitive and wonderful game. Beyond that, we've talked about initiating other sports like softball and soccer and things of that nature, and expanding it. But that's for I don't know what's going to happen in the future. We have nothing really solvent, and we don't have any grand scheme. It's more like, what will come will come.